Don't know why it does this. Yes! There we go. Got it right. There we go. Okay, you guys. Not entirely sure where we're going to end up this stream. Maybe we'll beat the game, maybe not. I really have no idea. I think I'm on day 4. I don't know how long it takes to play this game. I mean, it seems kind of open-ended. However long you take to do it is how long it takes, I guess, but... Oh, I got lots of stuff. What is it trying to tell me about here? Inspect the traps. Okay. What do I want to boost? Maybe empathy? Let's do that. What's in here? Hypnogamma. That sounds like a drug if I've ever heard one. Oversized superstar sunglasses. Hell yeah. What's this over here? This must be a trap. Yes? There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Look around. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building. Hello, Sir Key. Yes, a very early stream just for you, sir. I am well. How are you? Enjoying the last bit of your Sunday? Behind you, the ruins of a residential building rise over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. I think this is spelled wrong. The reeds rustle confidentially. It's not really. Okay, there's no reed phasmid. Okay. I don't know why I just sassed Kim. Kim is really nice. And a far better person than me. That's good, Suki. The boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze might blow it over. Sounds like my life. Ooh. Got that houseboat money. Nice. I feel like I maybe didn't come this way before. I don't know what's happening here. Don't be so picky. Yeah, pick up that bottle. Holy Pilsner. Hell yeah. It's inaccessible. Twitter. Ooh. Who's the instigator? There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed. Kim, you think she's in there? The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in. He inspects the bars, though many have tried. Can I try to get in, though? Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points. That is true. There's like no alternative entryway. Could climb up into a window of some sort. I'm a climber. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other. Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here. Correct. The lieutenant examines the wall closely. The density of the bullet holes is unusual, even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinet sense. Grim affairs. Meaning this is a lot of bullet holes. He brushes the wall with his hand. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire, something you don't see these days. Say nothing, just nod. I want to seem very sage, even though I'm really a big idiot. The lieutenant also nods. It is quite a scene, the two of you standing next to the broken wall of an abandoned building, nodding along. Let's keep this train rolling. Nod even more. The lieutenant is nodding so hard it looks like his head is about to snap off his neck. Wait, why? Why is he nodding so hard? The lieutenant matches your nodding pace. He's a true professional at this. Why are we having like a nodding fight? A small bead of sweat runs down the side of the lieutenant's face as he maintains his nodding. Just one more nod. As the lieutenant takes out a handkerchief and softly taps the sweat off his temple, a faint crack echoes through the coast. Oh, god damn it. Your neck couldn't withstand all this effort. It's too much. Oh shit, fuck hell. Busted the neck, did you? He cranes his neck left and right, stretching. Glad I stopped when I did. My neck was really starting to hurt. Don't worry, it'll mend. Now we should get going. Okay, well I know quite a bit about these bullet holes, I guess, so let's... Heroic failure. I'm dumb. My morale. Oh no. Okay, gonna walk away. Why did that fail? Damn, that hurt. Visual calculus. +1, visual calculus. Oh, +1 to visual calculus, okay. Do. Oh man, I look real cool. Can't I just do drugs? Cannot I just do drugs? I don't think I can. It's not gonna let me. Well, can't believe I failed that. I should not have failed that check. I'll have to come back and look at that some other day when I put more points into my visual calculus, I guess. Rats. Feels bad, man. Not sure what's all the way up here. Oh, here's another trap, okay. Round. Feels strange somehow. Okay. How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself. Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you? He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. Okay, let's head. Let's head her, Kim. This guy's dumb. Check his stupid traps. You know it's stupid and there's no point. Oh wow. Some free drugs. Lots of free drugs if you're willing to look. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine paying for your drugs? What a chump. I feel like there's gotta be a trap up here. Come on. What's that up there? Whoa, whoa, what's this? Oh, just some money. I mean, I'll take it. These rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The engines for what, though? Vague engines. Oh. An old door worn by elements guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle. What is this thing anyway? It's military, a service depot of some sort. Used to service what, though? The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. The lieutenant looks the hunching concrete toad in front of him. What? She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it. Could this structure have been used to take the shot? From here to the whirling? I can't see how. He looks southeast and blows on his fingers. The church is in the way. Okay, well, that's fair enough. Oh, this is a whole nother area. Seems important, okay. Cigarette brand. Sierra's knit away. Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower. I don't see it, officer. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. He looks east over the coast. In the whirling rags. It's a common brand for old men. I think the cigarettes are unimportant. Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower, took the shot there? Okay, I think we can basically scratch this one off the list. This is not where the murder happened. A new tie. Oh, but it makes me a geek. Here's another trap. I was right. I was right to come up here. Empty as all of them, he pants. One more of these and we're done. His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. You getting tired? No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just he's short-winded. The sentence ends there. Oakley dokley then. Did I already check this? No, I did not. Rhetoric. So many fancy suit options now. Like a real boy. I'm gonna guess that the other one's like further along in the east over here, although I truly don't know. Could be anywhere, really. I'm a real boy. That's right, Sir Key. Say it with conviction. Damn it. Well, I've made a mistake. Whatever. It's totally fine. Where's the last? I'm not confident about where the last trap is. Check the trap near the canal you crossed, southeast of the village. Oh, okay. That's quite far away from the others. Okay. Yay! Should pass by and see if those drunks are gathered about yet. We can talk to them about Ruby. Maybe ask the little boys if they've seen Ruby. Have you seen any bad people around? One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open. What bad people? He asks. Kim's always such a... Oh, they are here.
Tequila sunset.
The Crow is here. Welcome, Crow. How are you? Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Maybe? Maybe. He takes a sip from his beer. You look like you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be. You look like you want to hear the tale. Go ahead. I'm alright, Crow. You enjoying your Sunday? Let me take a sip to moisten my cords. He takes a big sip, then begins. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth. Was I alone? Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. He takes another sip, then continues. Well, I mean, time is just an illusion, a construct, if you will, so what does it really matter if it's Sunday? Right, Crow? You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz, because as far as I know, all you did was get pissed drunk. I mean, this is pretty rich coming from a guy called Idiot Doom Spiral, but... Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. It's pretty high concept if you ask me. It is. Does that sound like something you'd do? Yeah, probably. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can. What happened then? It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Morbid Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling. One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard? Oh shit. Honestly, with the Christmas, New Year period and unemployed, it happens so quickly for me. I think usually, like, 3 days into a holiday, I have no idea what day it is. Because it just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in. Naturally. Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold, a beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come." So naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked, "What time hath come?" To which you replied, "The time hath come for tequila sunset, the end of all things." Say nothing. It's more dignified that way. After which, your reality contracted, you jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice. We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach, crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep. In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common. Damn rhetoric. It's a fresh burn. Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole tequila sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we call you that from then on. Tequila sunset, huh? Sounds pretty good. He smiles. Yeah, I agree. How long did we party for? Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything. This is me at an average party for sure. Wow, that's quite a story. Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him. If you only knew. Yeah, what's this person that effed me? You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too. Okay. No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here. Well, there you go. Did I mention losing anything else? Beside your gun and your badge? You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too. That's a big one. Did I say anything about my colleagues? You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style. It's more like you were cramping theirs. Did I say anything about the case? Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. He takes a strong quaff of his beer. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now. A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism. Damn, Kim. He's sorry for the hermit cop. Did we talk about politics? Yeah, you said that it was okay that you trashed your carriage because the spectral hand of the market was guiding you. This was before you started talking about how the pinkies were always trying to fuck you. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was? You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you. You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temple, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid." Well, I don't need to hear anymore. I'm amazing. He nods. It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs. You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime? Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller, he says, slapping his knee. Right, why not? Better than a beach bum. I mean, I kind of want to know how he's idiot doom spiral. How do I help you out, idiot? The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar. You might get scammed here. What do you need? Booze, did you already forget our party? He taps his finger to his temple. The thing I relayed to you earlier? I'll give him my potent Pilsner. Actually, maybe this Commodore Red. Potent Pilsner. Not much, but it will do. He grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately. Before he can start, one of the other bums interjects. Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that? Don't call Abigail. Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. He turns to you. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. Go on. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me, so I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane. Wait, how many people did you have working for you? 22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours. Did the jogging help? It did. With my trusty Sans-Serif tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit, he says thoughtfully, brushing dust off his shit-stained pants. Ew. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets. He shakes the bottle and makes a ringing sound. His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles. His eyes are your eyes. Damn it. So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets, to stop the jangling, you see. At least that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly. How wet are we talking exactly? Wet, okay? It was raining really hard. There's a trace of derision in his voice. I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass. Ouch. Ouch indeed. Reality was looking rather grim just then, me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard, standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets. I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key. Okay, so what happened next? I rang my neighbors' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment, someone chats you up. 5 minutes later, you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. Oh, but we've all been there. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best. He pauses meaningfully. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm in there. That's what he said, Sir Key. I'm just reading what he said. I didn't say it. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day, and since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this. So now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you have ever heard, huh? He takes a long swig of his drink. I literally can't believe it. Me neither, Tequila. When I lost my keys, I lost more than access to my apartment. I also lost my leverage over humanity. I wasn't a high-concept creative director anymore. I was just some homeless asshole with a premium Sensique Lycra tracksuit. Lycra? Lycra. What is this smut? That's exactly what it is, Sir Key. You can't imagine what that does to a man's confidence. He turns his eyes to the bottle. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one. Well, that wasn't that great a story. I mean...
The legend returns. You know the dance, smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed, too.
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real? See, friend, he brings out a 1-liter bottle with bluish liquid. The mouth is corked shut. It's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. Let him speak. You know, it's funny, actually. He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his pilsner and stares at you intently. He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze. What? Keep him talking. What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier? This guy, he says, and shakes his index finger at you. Where did you get the bottle of spirits from? Oh, this is medicinal spirits, the good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office. I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. He spits a nasty yellow clot on the ground before ew. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. His voice rings with pride. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go. That's a good tip. I should remember it. Well, it really isn't, he croaks. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of hell. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing. Those assholes, he gets visibly angry. Those assholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. Have they no shame taking money for services they provide? But the idiots left me alone in there. Now I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies. He gets an excited gleam in his eyes. Swiped 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila, that's what's left is this beautiful blue stuff. He shakes the bottle. 98.7 almost pure alcohol. Snakes or intestinal worms? 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. He nods at his companions. But this last one is yours for 3 real if you want it. I think it will prove useful. Yes. I do want that spirit, yeah. I will enjoy that. Thank you. Okay. And then this guy just always just says that girl's name, so it's probably not going to be much. Abigail? Just gonna keep talking about Abigail. Okay. Point taken, Kim.
Are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down, bastards.
What is it with waves and fishermen? She tilts her head and looks at the sea. We need to be out there, with them, fishing, making a living, so I ask them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you with the best that I can. She adds with a smile. So what will it be, officer? Oh, she doesn't like Kim being there. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, the chances are still very low regardless. Who's this? And this boat. It's a nice boat.
I'll just keep
oh, it's
the
Joyce.
cordially in the channel if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
Aye, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Of course, jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty. Oh, Jetty, oh, Jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now. So I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That, and she's also keeping an eye on you. So how do you like it here?
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze toward the village, slush melting on the cinder blocks, construction work left half finished 10 years ago. Water drips down eaves of the turnite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. Smell of salt and dog shit in the background. Ew.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
Maybe.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull gray metal rests in her scabbard, a sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
I'm gonna say nothing. This fishing village? No, I don't know how they discovered it. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. Oblivion. That's so me. I knew you would sympathize. She nods. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. She corrects the scarf around her neck. For now, how can I assist you in this new location? Tell me now. We have time. Do we? He glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does. I hear you've singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Found my badge, by the way. By love you did. She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right. Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer. She is memorizing your badge number. Hey, lady, cool it. She hands it back to you. Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant WWFD Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. Okie dokie. Let's go find this last trap. On our way back to Revachol proper. Where's the trap? Where is the trap? Trap, trap, trap. Southeast. That's the trap. The trap feels light and silent. As you pick it up, something is different here. Look closer. No locusts. No phasmid either, but still. Immediately yell, "It's empty!" Your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind. Look closer still. The lieutenant studies the trap with you. Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there? I just see an empty trap. The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others, like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap. He purses his lips. Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist? Or someone else is sabotaging them? I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. Yeah, it probably wasn't the phasmid, but still, Morel needs to know. We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we? He seems to regret the fact. A cold gust of air dries your sweaty face, and you look to the dark shadow of the felled building in the distance, drawing you to it. What a strange sensation. Once this is done, should you ask the wind again? What? Why am I talking to the wind? Silly boy. I don't think I have any reason to stop into that store right now. What are they looking at? This is my car. What's Kim's
That's
car?
one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull right now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it neon style.
Snazzy shit ripped skull mobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads, scary tribal shit.
Naturally.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who
I
are
can
you?
tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
Well, now that
The
we've
part
got
of the
that all cleared up.
presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Okay. Who are the skulls? You don't know? What kind of cop are you? No, I really don't. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of Besmertny. His voice rings with excitement. Okay. The nastiest bunch of psychos ever, jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases. Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi. They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted, bottom-lighted vehicles. Nice. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Yeah, sure, we'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. He clears his throat. It was a man. Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree. Yeah, I mean, duh. These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along. Oh, dear Lord. It's not. A man is dead and we need answers. Do you guys know Cindy the Skull? The young man's eyes glaze over as he marks in a voice filled with longing. Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull. Yeah, the other guy lights up too. A true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck. By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards, he adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting. For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. See, you kids are into modern dance music. Oh man, yeah, he exclaims, then stops himself, processing the rest of your question. We're not fucking kids, man. Be wary of the abyss, his blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why? A threat? Good, I like those. But I don't, the lieutenant interjects quickly. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down. Hey, there's no need for that. He raises his open palms. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man. Yeah, didn't you have some question about skulls or some shit? Why aren't there more skulls in Martinet? The Union does their share of policing in Martinet, at least where gangs are concerned, the lieutenant replies instead. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here. Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit. Yeah, we are. The young men exchange approving nods. That's so nice. Okay. Okay. Hey, Kim. Do you think it's a coincidence? There are 2 of us in 2 of these jackets. Which one would you wear? Are you more of a piss or a fuck the world kind of guy? Neither. Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise. Fine, if only to end this discussion, theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were already to be down that path. There you go. They're just off-brand skulls. Peace out. Hope those guys leave my car alone. Probably not, though. Imagine that's not gonna go too well. This. Oh! It's our good friend. You're here. What are you doing here? Admiring the atmosphere, he smiles. What about you, officer? I live here. My room is right upstairs. Convenient, he nods. But what are you doing here, talking to me? Tell me again about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. What did he look like? Muscular, handsome. He shrugs nonchalantly. Strong, like one of those military types. What did you tell him? Nothing. Your Sunday friend, the witness. Was he alone? Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. His earpiece. Okay. Besides muscular, did he have any other identifying traits? Oh, let me think. He turns his eyes upward in recollection. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Orangese. He closes his eyes. No, not vaguely. Scratch that. He sounded definitely Orangese. Met your Sunday friend. You did? A small smile adorns his face. And how did you like him? I didn't like him as much as I like you. Oh, shoot, he bursts out laughing. Why not? I like how I'm kind of like obsessed with this guy. Who is he? A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He smiles and his smile seems melancholic. He can always return. Return where? To his opportunities in Occident, sur le clef. Still, he breathes in and keeps his lungs filled for a moment before letting it out. His coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. He stares at the bar. What are you two? Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time. What does it mean, a Sunday friend? He sighs. That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. Is that even a friend? It is on Sundays, he smiles. Damn it. Who's this?
Boy, am I ever so grateful to you, officer.
Yowza.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, man. Eight-eyed Terratorn tie. Oh. You never told me you've seen the Phasmid. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings. Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the Phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard. But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right. Measuring things is important. How did she get the size? You were a child, my dear. Really, it's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on, tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field. Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar notebook. I'm rolling really shittily on all my checks. Feels bad, man. Well, it was summer, she starts. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one, many times my height, I remember, when all of a sudden I looked up, and one of the reeds was moved, not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me, its body unfolded like some antique toy. She shakes her head. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved. Swaying, towering above me. She looks at you. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds. Did you follow it? I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me. Then what? I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. She chuckles. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. She brushes her hair back. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morale. We were on a date, can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian Phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed. It did, yes, like reeds in a gust of wind. Maybe it was reeds in a gust of wind. The way it moved, the color, how some of its limbs were white like marble, he breathes excitedly. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession. He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. Its limbs are white? Not all of them, he answers for her. There's some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends. Okay, how big was it? It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. Maybe you imagined it, Lena? How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here. What makes it a confirmed sighting? She had no previous knowledge of the insect. So she couldn't have made it up, or imagined it. That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena, she lowers her voice, imitating a boy, you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. She smiles. They'd just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming, but I saw it. Kim, what do you think of this? I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am. He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. Okay, well, she thinks I'm a dumbass, so that's nice. I mean, I am a dumbass, so that's fair.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those sweet, sweet traps. So I checked all the traps. Good, okay. He breaks his calm. And one of them was empty. Completely empty? The cryptozoologist's eyes grow wide. Yes, there was nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid. No locusts, but no phasmid either. That's not ideal, but he rubs his chin. The old woman's face lights up. It just means that the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought. She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them. Of course, the detective whispers to himself. More clever. Yes, the Phantasmodia picked off the locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure. His companion sighs. Another trip to the reeds. Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's not very scientific to reason backward from a conclusion you want to be true. Humph. I appreciate your concern, officer, but please leave this to the experts, unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. You're jabbing at the soft underbelly of his psyche. He realizes he's gotten defensive. Actually, no, his tone changes. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now and brought some great news too. My gratitude and the gratitude of the Society Cryptozoologique de Revachol is yours. Heartfelt gratitude, but does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft? Okay. Medium success, yay! Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken, most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. Should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno. I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts. A shadow of worry passes over the woman's face. Oh, my dear Moral, you've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects, almost as much as they love to torment old folks. I'll talk to the little gremlin and see if anything comes up. Delinquents, my favorite. It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite. Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close. The man turns to his companions. Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty. But no more field trips for me. Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. He looks at his tea. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run. No need to apologize, Gary. You've been more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty, though. We're gonna follow this through. Okay. Why does this guy look so terribly
Very generous
old?
of you to help us out, officer. I mean, officers.
Maybe I'll just try it. Oh no, my morale. No! Ow. Are you currently sporting some anal beads? The lieutenant leans in confidentially. You wouldn't be able to hear if he were wearing anal beads, he whispers. Please excuse my colleague's humor. Working this murder case is taking a toll on both of us. You don't quite have to answer that yet. What he means is, working on the case is taking a toll on you, and working with you is taking a toll on him. Well. Scented scarf. Horrific necktie. What is this scarf scented like? Ooh, very nice. It's a very ugly neck thing. Boy, I look like a real tool. What if I wear these shoes? Okay, so I'm going to talk to Kuno. That's what's on the list, I guess.
Always, officers.
I don't know if I'll ever put anything into composure. I don't find it a very useful trait. Unless I want to put the pressure on Gary, which is not all that compelling. I feel like I can crack this case wide open without him. Well, do I have reason to open this door now that I've... No. Maybe we can talk to him about the door?
The smallest church in Sensei, right?
Yeah, the church is actually my love. Things are really bad with it. Cool. He really does sound like he thinks it's a little cool. Now, what can I do for you? Well. Well.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
Coppernado? I'm on your side, Union guy. Okay, no, there's nothing new to go over with him. Well, let's go have a little discussion with Kuno. I apologize in advance to everyone's ears. Hey, Kuno, you jag.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Oh boy. You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts, eh? No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs. So he knows locusts are bugs. Well, I think we're on to something here. Oh my god, the little one seems distraught. I told you that shit is lame. Shut up, see? Now they're gonna take you to lame prison. She sounds like she's about to cry out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness. What's this about? Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up. Kuno's not going to say anything without his lawyer present. Lame. That rings some bells. Could this be connected to Night City, aka the City of Rage? Kuno, is this about Rage City? Oh god, Kuno, no. The little one behind the fence takes her hat off. It's gonna happen now. They're gonna make you lame. Stop it, see? No one's gonna make anyone lame. Kuno's got this under control. There's definitely something going on here. You should check out Kuno's shack, the one with the pig's head. Do love that shack. Oh, Kuno doesn't care. That's nice. He never really cares. Hurts my feelings. Okay. All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows. Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants? Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case. The lieutenant looks around you, writes something in his notebook, and turns to you. Of the locusts, for the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well. Yes, precisely what I was thinking. Yes, he nods. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough. You think the Insulindian phasmid is nearby? If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. He shrugs. But what do I know? Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment. Everything that has to do with me interacting with Kuno goes over very well. Wink. He doesn't bully me at all. That 10-year-old.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I know you took the locust from the traps the cryptozoologist set up. Yeah, he says slowly, meeting your gaze with sullen defiance. Kuno took the bugs, so what? You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, then you go and build a whole bug town. It does feel bad, but it's what I deserve, Sirki. It's not Bugtown, it's the city of locusts, he says, enunciating every syllable. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends. Stop, she wails from behind the fence, then buries her face in her hands. Locusts coming down like a shadow. This must be the Night City he's mentioned when you asked him where he's been. Point at the shack. So that, in there, is Night City. Yeah, Locust City, City of Rage, City of Lights. There's a tug-of-war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corner of her eyes twitching from discomfort. City of Rage sounds like a cool place. Kuno, the pig wants to help you, she moans. That's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're an artist. He pushes his chest out. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now. It's how people realize they're artists, generally. Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno Kuno. That's great, Kuno. It's cool to make art. Oh my god, Kuno. He's gonna make you totally lame in like 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno. Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. He tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give away. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Oh, that's nice. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away. A leaden silence fills the yard. Oh, come on, no one's coming to take you away. Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He's turned completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. You got him. Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone. I have to ask, what does the City of Locusts mean? Don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. He turns his face up to the heavens. Pig, he says finally, lowering his gaze to meet yours. You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame. What's gonna happen to the Locusts? Oh, damn, dude. Wait, you know what the Insulindian phasmid is? Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit, he says angrily. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit. There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Just ruined their relationship. I never really talked to this girl. She's really the worst.
Before I squeal, pig.
You there, behind the fence.
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
I am, though. You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence. Well, okay. Guess we'll just wrap up this little part of the story. Gary's gone.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
I had a chat with this kid, Kuno. He promised to stop stealing the locusts. The cryptozoologist purses his lips. So it was just a child. He looks crestfallen. Thank you for telling us, sweetie. She turns to smile gently up at her husband. This is good news, right? Means we can try again. She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Yes, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time, and then maybe we can... The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit. He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way. She looks at him with tender concern. Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home? You're right, you're right. He breathes carefully, not to start coughing again. We can come back next season, when it's warmer. That's just something people tell themselves when they fail. I mean, I really don't want to... Maybe I'll restock the trap for you. He wants to see this tale through as much as you, otherwise he'd have stopped this already. But he cannot let it drag out after this. Really, it's too much, officer. He starts coughing again. What Morel means is we're grateful for your help. She nods to her husband. Ugh. Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but... Wow, co-discovery? You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. I love tingling the pleasure center. It's my favorite. Okay. I'm going to be going now. So, Ruby. Ruby. It looks like I probably want to just head back to the coast, largely. I think that's kind of what we want to do. Box with locusts. That's easy. Ruby, ruby, ruby. This is the one that I left empty. This was the one. Fantastic. The lieutenant looks at the familiar contraption and shrugs. Release the locusts into the empty trap. Hell yeah. The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here. Good, now that's done. When do you think we'll return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? He stops you. Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question. I don't know, man. Is this ball that I have the one that I can replace for these gentlemen? The one that I wrecked their game? They threw their ball into the ocean. They didn't love it. Oh, no. Old guys are down here. I think it's this guy who wanted it.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I aid the citizens, Militia, on this fine day?
Maybe I don't have it. The boulet.
Vigilance, officer! What can this old carabinier do for you?
I found you guys a new boulet. Hold out the ball. The old veteran stares at the shot-put ball in silence, then speaks in a reserved voice. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for Pentique. God damn it. Or Petanque. Petanque? Now, no need to get angry again, Renee. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a boulet kiosk here in Martinez. Exactly, and I really did try. Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine, he takes the boulet. You tried to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than an actual nothing. I mean, that's not very nice. It's a Belle McGraw, he says, taking the rifle. 4.46 caliber, breech-loading Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately. Ooh. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty, he adds, handing the rifle back. Where did you find her? In the basement there, pointing at the bookshop. I'm not surprised, he looks at the building. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you, he shrugs. These BM446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find. Well, thank you for your time. I wonder if this guy's gonna let me have his sandwich.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. Yes. How may I aid the citizens, Militia, on this fine day?
Sandwich. Yes. I admire your handiwork, chef, but few things I'd do differently. Like what, officer? His eyes rest on the sandwich. This is as good as they come in Revachol, I assure you. An array of delicious recipes flashes through your mind. Salads, salmon, sandwiches, bingo. This calls for an engineering angle, structural rigidity, exposed rafters, lattice works, that type of approach. Had you put a large slice of Olduving cheese crosswise from the ham, it would have minimized the component loss via crumbling. Mon Dieu, that is an excellent idea, he exclaims. That would virtually negate the component loss. Beautiful, now bring it home with paprika. I'll do you one better. The air pocket between the cheese and ham could house pre-roasted paprika. Ce serait délicieux, he shouts excitedly. Can you make that sandwich, officer? Sure, but I'm going to need yours as a prototype first. I hope you are not just tricking an old man out of the little he has left, he says solemnly and hands you his sandwich. Don't worry about it. Give him a wink. Okay, sure. I'm not worried. We're out here all the time, every day. Impossible to miss us, officer. He looks worried. He should be. I'm not going to make that sandwich.
It is such a pleasure.
Well, that whole storyline's wrapped up now, but I have this sandwich. That looks really good. I want a sandwich. Oh, I didn't even read this. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface. Does it say anything interesting? The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder. This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Read the note. Someone has scribbled S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sulislaw. Who's the illiterate ginger kid? I mean, Kuno. Guess we'll never know. I found my badge! At least something good came out of all this. Lieutenant glances at the badge in your hands. Study the badge. Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information, and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. Rank, Lieutenant W. Freighter. What is a Lieutenant W. Freighter? Lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am lieutenant. The title of Gefreiter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, Captain, Lieutenant explains, you've declined twice, thus you're double Gefreiter. I should have accepted that. It'd be more money, I'm sure. Okay. There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's decomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes, he continues, they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, Lieutenant. I thought my rank was drunk. Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and he pauses to examine you. This leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary. Thanks, that gives me hope. What kinks? What? Yay, he thinks I'm doing good police work. I'm just trying to get as much XP out of looking at this document as possible. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. Okay, now I can just report back to them, I guess. I want to hear what's up with Lena. Easy. So easy.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
Please? Yes. Hey Lena, I'd really like to hear about some of those juicy cryptids you've studied. Could you tell me about a couple? Oh boy. Ugh. Is this bird a cryptid? No, her eyes narrow mysteriously. It's the cryptid. Wow, the cryptid. Oh yes, the small silvery skull shines between your fingers. Its beak sharp. Okay, what is this bird? The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until it was sighted by renowned Gotwaldian explorer and naturalist U. Plattenkalk in 21. This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalog comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing. Okay, I need to hear about this sighting. It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Umrao Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm. What happened? Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years, since the fall of Pericarnassus. He was lost, without any navigation equipment, and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky, a great black bird. It seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times. And he followed it? Yes, or rather hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. Ew. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with its head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist. Then the teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider, and the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird. Why? The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uwe spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away. An 8-eyed mind-controlling bird? Fuck yes. Absolutely, sweetie. She smiles. Glad you agree. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Umrao is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets. This one I liked, the lieutenant puts down his notes. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird to ever live, it also does mind control. He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it. So that was the last anyone saw of it? Sadly, yes, but there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Ilmara, and then there's this striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol, that are hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes. Not really, it's just stylization. The way they drew eyes, it's not a zoological drawing. This one's very famous, everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids, she winks. So what else do you want to know? Man, what is the biggest cryptid? That would be the giant of Koko Nur, she says as if it's common knowledge. The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Koko Nur desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastelands. Wait, what do you mean odd light? A mirage, or a psychogenous luminescence. She does not elaborate the nature of this luminance further. How big is it? No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost 1/3 of your field of vision. Is it dangerous? The towering luminosity of Koko Nur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana, others a fate unimaginable. Hooey, the lieutenant interjects. No animal can be that large. It's a mirage. That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Koko Nur must be the largest animal the planet can support. There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Koko Nur desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes. Gravity anomaly? Digging it. Digging this parascientific stuff right here. I am. It's fun. What is the tiniest cryptid? Cryobacter catlensis, she answers immediately. Cryobacter catlensis. Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Katla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanu some 70 years ago. What's so special about it? The bacterial colony Mijanu found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate, certainly from before recorded history. Mijanu disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study, no doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life. Wait, she injected herself with it? Yes, the bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea. It's actually a little hard to see, he looks at her skeptically, but do go on. Yes, and she's quite mad too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible. Irascible? So that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she's been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone, except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream. This lady's really onto something. I'm not quite sure what it is, but maybe she's just on something, and I would like also to be on it. What's the most dangerous cryptid? The gnome of Jeroma, she pauses for effect. The gnome of Jeroma, that doesn't sound too bad. Oh, it is. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue. What did this cryptic look like? It's, what would Foxdie do, Crow? Because it's like, you get to make decisions, and some of them are wrong, so you just get to watch me make wrong decisions. It was reportedly a small creature, with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead, an ungainly little thing, quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it. Oh, that's not very nice. She looks at you, her voice grave suddenly. It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die. If the body of the creature was found, the lieutenant can't help himself. Why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very lethal species? Indeed, Crow. Alas, the first scientist who got its hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all of the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end. Perhaps, but a real loss for science, she says, mostly to herself. Alas, always, alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient? Seems very convenient that it just disappeared and nothing like it was seen again. She nods. I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearance is most memorable, and they are least likely to be found again. I mean, I don't know that that's how it has to work, but... Are there any invisible cryptids? What an interesting question, and the answer is, yes, there are. Of course, all fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them. Shush, Kim. She's gonna tell me about the invisible cryptid. What is it? It's called the Koldomama Dakwa. The woman corrects her glasses. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. Is that just like an echo then? Or am I an idiot? The Koldomama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track. Koldomama Dakwa can also be translated as a whisper light and low. A whisper light and low. Her eyes light up behind her glasses. Yes, that's another translation. They're both quite lovely, aren't they? Although the low part is a little ironic, the Koldomama Dakwa makes, or rather is, such a high-pitched sound that other animals, including humans, can't hear it. It could be everywhere, all of the time, and we wouldn't know. The lieutenant looks at her skeptically. Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound? Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves, but there's no evidence to support this theory. Okay. Why is the Mama Dakwa so afraid of us? That is a sad story, she frowns. A group of university students assisting with field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction. Damn university students. Extinction? She nods gravely. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound, so they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mama Dakwas. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear? They cancel each other out. Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population. Great regret washes over her. A wending cloth. After that, the corpuscles appear to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in E, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Koldomama Dakwa population anywhere. Of course, a common thread in these, disappearances and unfalsifiability, he concedes. I liked the story, though, ma'am. I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel? Thank you for doing that, dear. She manages a smile for you. Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. She looks down at her hands. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold up there in those reeds. I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say. Her voice is shaky. What is going on here? So, who's going to check the traps? Morale will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps. The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything. Something tells me it's up to me again. No, she says, insisting now. You don't have to do that. Enough of this fool's errand. Morel will do it. Or Gary. You have work to do. I've wasted enough of everyone's time. Be real. Gary is not going to help with this. Something's happening here. That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different. Different? How? The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up at you. Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style. You're not telling me the whole story. I'm not. It's not that she doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it? It's a strange feeling. She looks down, biting her lower lip. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Hunching her shoulders now, she seems even smaller than she is, like a sad young girl. Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. But Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me. Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone. A terrible sting in her heart. Regret. Oh no. You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something? No, sweetie, she shakes her head. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence. That I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too. But now we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds, looking for it. She shakes her head, still unable to meet your eyes. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was. I mean, I feel like suggestion? Okay, what if I put a bunch of stuff into suggestion? Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. I'm not sure of anything. She looks out the window. Sometimes I still see it, you know? The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever and I need to get home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. Sure you don't need help getting to Gary's? Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered. She taps her chair. And then a taxi home. It's not so bad. It's been a pleasure, ma'am. Likewise, sweetie. She flicks on a switch on her chair and the engine turns on with a whir. Thank you for everything, truly, even though it turned out to be... The sentence remains unfinished. Got some real shivers. This actually seems kind of fun. Ooh. Oh, I have to ask about the washroom and about the bullet. Okay, that's fair. Let's head back out to the coast then. Get those shivers up. What's happening out here? Was that? Could it be the Koldo Mama Dakwa? No, it's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear. Is it? Is there a ringing? There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic. Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear. Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird. Wait, Kim, do you hear a high-pitched noise? God bless Kim. Go then, leave. Leave like everything else. Should I eat that sandwich? I feel like I should. Ham sandwich looks fresh and nutritious in your hand, begging to be eaten. A treat of this magnitude should not be enjoyed alone. Hey Kim, let's share. Hold out the sandwich. I'll pass, Lieutenant replies with a polite nod. Thanks. What do you mean you'll pass? Well, I guess I'll put it away then. If I meant to share it with someone. Kim. I thought we were buddies. Sandwich buddies. So I have to go confront that polite lady about the bullet in her house, and then she's gonna kick me out, and I'm gonna have to pay for my stupid apartment at the Whirling in Rags, even though it's terrible, and I hate it there. God.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What
Oh,
can
is
I
there a
help
bullet
you
under the
with?
floorboards of your shack? God damn that girl, she murmurs softly. And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure. A bullet? The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod, then turns to the washerwoman. You didn't put it there, did you? She did. Gone and hid things in there? She shakes her head. She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. You rented the room to her? The old woman sits in silence, her hands moving into the water bucket. Some water sloshes over the edge. Slowly she speaks, wringing out a rag. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. Gasp. As I've done before when she's been in trouble, or just looking for solitude, I've made it clear we welcome all kinds of people here. When was this? She came last Friday, left on Monday, in a hurry. Her wrinkled hands needs a blue rag in the water. What has she gotten herself into, that girl? That's for the police to find out. The lieutenant takes out his familiar blue notebook. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few. Welcoming all kinds of people, how dare. Just asking for trouble. Hey, Sirki. End up with all kinds of quacks in your personal space. Some real quacks. Pumpkin? Am I torturing you? Pumpkin, why you cry? Yeah. You okay, buddy? No, he's such a good cat. Wait, what? Pumpkin. He's a best friend. Yes, he's a little mo. Okay. Justice for Pumpkin. She hates when the door was like half closed and she couldn't fit. You're just mad either way when the door is closed. Pumpkin doesn't like closed doors, you know? There you go. Skip town. Are you gonna stay in here with me? Not sure? Haven't decided? Okay. Okay, so you said she left on Monday. Yes, early, with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think. She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by and it woke her up, just like it did you. Kim, she must have heard your Kanema. Yes, that is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. His voice is tinged with pride. It lets the bad guys know when you're coming. They want freedom. It's true. Pumpkin wishes the front door of my house was also open, because I don't know that she loves living with me all the time. Hey, Pumpkin. You gonna come up? Come sit up? Come say hello? You gonna say hello, buddy? Come say hello to everyone. Pumpkin. Are you the cutest cat who ever was? Yours? Probably. Say hello, Mo. Say hello. Nah. Are you triggered, Pumpkin? You okay, buddy? Nah. It is a kitty. It is Machan. Just for you guys. Me and Pumpkin. How are you, Machan? Ugh. Cat hairs. So precious. Yes. Long time no see. I keep joining Christoph's streams, but my work computer like literally can't handle operating Firefox, and so it like causes my computer to stop working and restart. So it's been a pretty sad month. Did you enjoy your weekend, Machan? Okay, is the room exactly as she left it? I cleaned it like I always do. Was there anything else in there? No. She's speaking the truth, okay. What is she like, Ruby? She's good company, knows how to talk to an old woman. She rubs her cold hands together. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation, so I really appreciate that about her. Did she talk to you much during her last stay? Chill weekend? Nice. Nice. It's all you need weekends to be. It's chill. No, she was mostly silent this time, kept to herself. What do you mean? She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room. Why do you think she left the bullet in there? Pumpkin, are you okay? Pumpkin, are you crushed? Are you very sad for some reason? What can I do to make your life better? Feed you treats? Give you hugs? Beer at 10 a.m. Hell yeah, Machan. It's not a cider, it's a beer that is aged in rye casks. So it's pretty stiff. It's got some real flavor in there. Pumpkin, putting your tail out in front of the camera. You're showing everyone your tail feathers. Do you want to be internet famous, Pumpkin? More tail stream, please. I mean, if it were up to Pumpkin, she would just stand right in front of my monitor the entire stream. That's what you like, hey Pumpkin? Yes. Boop. You're very cute, Pumpkin. It's true. true. That's why I keep you around, even though you're terrible. Okay. Goodbye. Of course Rich Dye has fancy beer. Of course. I think I just received a notification that my Dropbox account has actually been, like, deleted, maybe. I haven't used it in forever. Oh, there you go. Okay. Why do you think she left the bullet there? How would I know? She's the gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun. She looks back toward her shack, thinking. Did she have any technical equipment with her? Like radio stuff? Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape milieus she'd made. She brushes her forehead with the back of her hand. Water drips to the ground. Ew. Although I guess she's pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that. She may simply have kept the equipment elsewhere. Yeah, I'm sorry. I switched between, like, reading... Well, yeah, like, why wouldn't you use Google Drive? Because it's, like, integrated with your phone, unless you're an iPhone user. All your unsolicited pics, Sir Key. Okay, where did she go? I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north. It's a peninsula. She might be trapped. After a moment of silence, she says, "You'll never find her, you know. Her tone is without malice. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived." Oh, the shade. I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We're persistent. Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village. Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. She drops the rag into the bucket. It's clean now. Better for you to stay here. Get a nice, cozy fire going in the heater. The Feld electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time. Interesting. Well, I upped my visual calculus, even though I already had a really good chance to win it before. I had, like, some legendary failure. It was very upsetting to me. Never sent or even taken unsolicited pics. Received them, though, from your Australian wife-to-be, perhaps? Hey, Momo. Little piglet. You okay? Why are you so depressed? That was a big sigh from such a little cat. Pumpkin is sad, you guys. I don't know why she's so bummed out. Pumpkin, do you hate living with me? Yeah. Just sad. You want a treat? Do you want a treat, Pumpkin? You're a good cat. Okay. Come on. Now go down. We'll all send you some, Key. I know, it's bumming me out. She's depressed. Pumpkin, no. Don't. She's wanted a quick husband and to have a baby. Maybe also to get out of China. That's also possible. If you're not really rich, it seems kind of miserable to live there, potentially. As I suppose it is kind of anywhere. Just gotta be rich, you know? Pumpkin, hey, buddy. Pumpkin, stop rolling on my keyboard. Pumpkin. Yeah, just don't be sad, Pumpkin. Smile. Okay, I guess Pumpkin just wants to like sit here like this, so this is just the stream now. So many screenshots. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Just take your claws out. I don't know what's happening with the... Why is the screen like moving past my character in this weird way? I don't really know what to do. Okay. Why is it drifting like this? You guys, what's happening? My cat ruined my stream. Ruined my life, ruined my stream. It's not focused on the... God damn it. What has happened here? That's okay, Ma-chan. Thanks so much for stopping in. What the fuck? Like, actually what's happening right now. I guess that is what she said. Okay, because I'm too stupid to fix this any other way, I'm just actually going to exit out and hope that that fixes it. Bye, Ma-chan. It was so nice to see you, despite what everyone else says. I hope you have a good week. Say goodbye back. Oh, what did that cat do? Ugh. Crow is so rude. I think we all know that. Pretty rude. Feckin' rude. Ree. Do a real ree, but I think it would pierce everyone's ears. Yes, I fully intend to play Witcher 1 and 2. I also am very close to getting the platinum on 3, or like 100%. I think I have like a trophy that is hinged on getting like all of the Gwent cards, and I'm just not fully sure how to do that. Turns off sounds. That's fair. Okay, let's hope these settings are fixed. Sorry, guys. Oh, did you? Have you watched the new Netflix series, Sirki? Yay, it's fixed. I did it. I am victorious. Do you like it? I mean, I'll just go out there and say it. I love it. I have a giant crush on Henry Cavill now, and that's fine. 20 meters, okay. That's like a pretty morbid thought. I mostly enjoyed you. Yeah, like it's not a perfect show. Because I played The Witcher 3, I also like read the books. I think I've read 4 out of like the 6 that there are. And I really the books are like really cheesy, kind of in a classical fantasy way that the TV show really captured. And I think like if you didn't read the books, maybe it would be like off-puttingly cheesy, but I liked it. It's also interesting because they in the books they don't really. Yennefer has like a lot of implied backstory, but they don't actually go too in depth with it. And I thought it was nice that they actually just like fleshed her character out a bit. It was pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So you've read the books then too? Yeah, I'm fucking heroic. Let's look at this bullet shit. Okay. A row of ghostly shades stand facing the wall. There are many of them, a dozen at least, their heads lowered and eyes blindfolded. It's quiet. No sound, no movement. First 3 on 4th now. I think I've read the first 4. The ones that I'm missing, I think, are... Oh shit, maybe I've only read the first 3. Yeah, I've got Blood of Elves, Time of Contempt, and Baptism of Fire. This is another one that's like Swallow on the Lake or something. I don't know, I'm sounding stupid. It's probably nothing at all like that. But yeah, I think there's either 2 or 3 that I'm missing. I should have got those. I actually also have the graphic novels. They're actually really quite good as well. Really enjoy them. Oh, this looks like a bummer situation. 10 meters away, other shades are lined up in an orderly manner. Automatic rifles primed. A gust of wind blows by. The coats of the firing squad flap slowly in the breeze. A single person stands on the side. Snowflakes fall on the wooden planks and the surrounding sand dunes, covering the land with the white of innocence. A long time has passed since the moment of this fusillading. Rain and brine have since washed all the blood away. Not a trace remains. Did he? Which one? The... most of the comics are not done by the same person. The abundance of bullet holes lead to 2 options. Either an inordinate amount of executions were performed here, or they did not use a conscience round, or only one soldier has the loaded rifle. Looks like this was a mass execution with everyone fully armed. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I do have the book. But even so, it was like, you're missing this many from this area, and I was like, that's not super helpful with how big the regions are. But yeah, I imagine most of them are just like either people who are offering to play Gwent with you or merchants. It just seemed like a bit of a trek, so I didn't really get into it. But that's the last thing that I have to do. Do you have the Gwent, the Gwent card game on PC, Sirki? Okay, I'm gonna look at the people against the wall. That's important. A host of men probably in everyday clothes, ragged from the conflict and covered in dust. They were not sitting, a common practice for executions in some nations, as demonstrated by the height level of the bullet holes. Okay. They stand, facing the wall. It's impossible to discern any details about their personality or background. Well, of course. 7 men in combat uniforms and dark coats holding automatic rifles aimed at the people. Soldiers from some side, but from which one? Look at the person standing on the side. The commandant, the one who gives the order. Machine gun fire crackling through the air. The lights of the muzzle flashes dancing on his face. Kim, who is who in this execution? First lieutenant doesn't say a word. He just stares at the wall. I don't know, he says finally. I don't know who died here, lined up beside that horrible wall. Could have been any of the parties involved in the revolution. Perhaps the ones executed here were the loyalist conservatives killed by the communists at the start of the Civil War. Or it could have been the communists put to death during the last stretch of the conflict by the coalition forces. Remember what Trent Heidelstein said about Feld. What if it was the Feld personnel when their assets were being seized by the revolutionaries? The lieutenant nods, another likely scenario. Or maybe. You mentioned coalition forces. Could it have been them against the wall? Yeah, do update me. I'm hoping it's not the guy who does Hellboy. Fuck. What is his name? But I think he only did the cover art for one of the issues. I'll be able to tell when you tell me the name. I'll be able to pick it out if it's him or not. Yeah, it's very unlikely the coalition forces were the ones who died here. They were always the last ones against the wall. To be honest, if a coalition member was anyone in this situation, it was the commandant, the superior giving the orders. Okay.
Yes?
No, there's nothing else? Okay. So I'm going up the coast for signs. Boy, do I want to become famous. What a gift that would be. Yeah, there's no such thing as phasmids. You silly goofs. I knew it the whole time. I have kind of been gaslit by this game, though, because there was one situation where I was talking to a woman, and I thought it was kind of like a funny dialogue tree to pursue, where I was like insisting that her husband was missing, even though she was like, he's not missing. And then I was like, I'll take on the case, and she's like, good, great for you, like, he's not missing. And then it actually turned up that he was dead. It's a bit of a situation. The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth. Kim, any idea what's down there? No idea. He takes his glasses off to polish. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. Think we might find Ruby down there? We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Rubber Shoals sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. That's okay, Sirki. He puts his glasses back on. In conclusion, she could be under any building, but not in there. She looks into the slit and sighs. I hope not. Yell ho into the slit. There's no echo and no answer. Finish thought. Okay. I'll just dial this random number. Why not? I don't know what this means. What am I calling? Hey Gerard, get your wife for me, will you? Who is this? The man does not understand. It's Harry. Put her on. I don't like waiting. Who the fuck do you think you are talking to me like that? The voice on the phone is suddenly very agitated. I'm the guy who's fucking your wife, Gerard. Damn. Guillaume Le Million. Very funny, asshole. Why don't you grow up? Oh, and Disco is dead. Man, that's a real bummer. Actually, it's very funny to make prank phone calls. Yes, but a slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling and Rags in Martinez. Tathus, the young man realizes something. Hey, you're not Tathus. Screw you and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people. Damn it. Okay, well, Kim is ready to move on. Good enough for me. Nope, nothing there. Not a thing. At least someone supports me. Need more support. All the support I can get. We welcome everyone. All the bots. Bots especially welcome. Thank you, bots. Yeah, there's nothing here. This is... What's your key? Bogus law Polch? What is that? Put you down, I don't know. Okay, so I mean, like, it's like pretty early, but like, should I scrounge around my house for another beer? Oh, bogus law. Don't recognize. That's not who I was thinking of. The person I was thinking of, he's an extraordinarily famous artist. Mike Mignola. We like Mike Mignola in this house. He did some art for Hellboy, certainly. I think it was like one of the covers especially. I'll check out the other guy's work though. I like all of the art for The Witcher. It's really good. I didn't find out what the deal was with like the weird Spider-Man that lives in this church.
Yes, what is it?
Wait, what? I'm confused by that whole quest line. Spider guy's not here. I don't know, I feel like I'm losing the thread a little bit. This lady doesn't have anything to say to me. It's rude. Where are signs that this girl has been here? Come on. Don't ice me out. I feel like I have been exploring the coast for signs. God damn it.
Hello again.
Where else would I look around here? I'm not quite sure. Maybe like up along this way? Oh boy. It's gonna be a long way around. Nope. I already looked at this one, didn't I? I guess I can't go any further south. Well, this is all nothing. Help me solve the murder. Okay. Some swallows. It's fine, that's allowed. What's this? I'm certain I've checked this out before. Okay. Let's stash some stuff there. This kid's gonna say anything useful at any point. Maybe Lily will know something. Do you know anyone named Ruby?
This match will get red hot.
Kristoff, 6 months. It's a disgusting amount of time. Hello. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. How's your Sunday been? Luby. Luby. Oh. You just woke up? Nice. That's great. Things can hardly be terrible when you've just only woken up. Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you a secret. My mom tells me that I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say L. Or like sometimes I can, but then... Kids, Lieutenant shakes his head. Are the twins outside your brothers? Yes, she frowns. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. Suddenly she starts snickering. They look the same. Ha ha ha. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. They look identical, right? I said the same thing. Well, this is not a great situation. Only cool people. In my stream? Oh. This is what I get for trying to be a scientist instead of a cop. I mean, I'm not even a good cop. You were just following your instincts, your destiny. You're meant to find the phasmid, just maybe not here. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find the phasmid.
Our tenant, the policeman.
It's nice that she still trusts me even though I rifled through all her shit. That's nice. As I should be. Someone has to keep you whippersnappers in check. Absolutely. This girl doesn't want to go on a date with me, and that's fair, honestly. That's fair.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I could
Not
use
an
a coat
umbrella,
like
I
that.
hope. I don't
rain
need
is
one
freezing.
myself, you see.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. Well, you don't have anything else to say to me. Just let me be jealous of your jacket. Quack every woman. Damn. The shade. I meant to say, I think I was talking about it with others earlier, Christoph, but I keep trying to catch your streams at work, and then my computer literally can't handle watching Twitch streams, so it makes my computer shut off. I'm sorry I keep coming into your streams and then dipping off without word. I know that my presence is very missed. Listen, you little punk. Shut your beak and give me your lunch money, or I'm gonna crow you up. Oh, getting bully crow today. That's nice. Bit of a switch up. I guess. I mean, it's on the lowest quality. We all gotta take our turns, I guess, being bullied, maybe. I wanna be down here with the cool kids. Damn it. Okay, so I've talked to the old woman. But I did check the boardwalk for bullet traces. Is the thing. Ah. This place is dumb. So stupid. I honestly don't know. I think it's probably from like 2001. It's like an old Lenovo tower. But like literally opening Microsoft Word is a task for it. It's extraordinarily frustrating. It's supposed to be replaced tomorrow. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but we'll see. We shall see. It's probably older than me. Probably Crow. Keith. Sorry, I just called him Crow. Definitely older than Crow. I think Crow is like 8 years old, so. I can get up there? How? Okay. This doesn't seem right. Crow is a babby. It's true. A little fetus. This is not where I want it to be. Stupid game. I want it to be up top. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Chop, chop. Almost certainly, insofar as I'm able to tell. So this is the boardwalk. So I should be able to like examine something about the nature of the crime here. It's not letting me. It's not letting me do it, gang. I'm trying to investigate. Let the other persons do all the work. I mean, it's wise. Why put yourself out, you know? This is stupid. I'm supposed to be investigating the boardwalk. Okay. It's been an utter failure. Or a Vita or something. Shout out to all my Vita players. Okay, I can't interface that stupid door. This barrel means nothing to me now. I've already been here is the thing. I know it's not here. Product recall. Regret selling that. I honestly never got one, even though I really did want one. Just like play some Witcher on the go. Provided you're connected to an adequate internet connection. Which is probably fairly rarely, but I love it though. This is most confusing. Okay guys, just gonna run and grab a drink real quick. Be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Persona 3 to 4 on the go. Great OLED system. Great dual analog control. Oh, was it proprietary SD storage? You guys remember the UMD? 8 gigabytes? That's like nothing. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. I don't know why I'm not seeing anything on this boardwalk. It's supposed to be exploring... Exploring the coast. That quest is kind of effed up. Check island for bullet traces. I don't know what the island is, like, vaguely. Like the movie Final Fantasy? Spirit Within? Or the Final Fantasy VII one, Advent Children? Or was it an actual game? These are the questions. But keep going the front ways. Just trying to make some level of sense of this. Demons at night can feast on it. Well, it's something for them then, at least. You know, this is the same one that I've looked at before. There's nothing here for us. This wall isn't going to have anything new for me, because why would it? I guess maybe I could go and talk to Ruby again, or did I already? Nope. I can't make it there. That's an unwalkable place, so... If they feast on that, they won't feast on you. I've been going about this all wrong. Just need to sacrifice the games that I already don't want to play. My demons have had it easy. Okay, now I'm in the town. So I think I do have this mapped out correctly. Did I not talk to the woman about the shooting?
Our tenant, the policeman.
No, she doesn't want to talk about it. Tosses the long dark down. Yeah. Why not? Yeah, naturally, just go the long way. This is easily the best way to get to that location that I pointed at. Good for you. Gotta hustle.
Tequila Sunset.
Why do you keep losing all your stuff? Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you'd think I'd be hanging around on a bench in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece lycra tracksuit. I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. Somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks. What was the name of your agency? I've been building a database of all my games today over 3 platforms: Steam, Uplay, and Twitch. I have 543 games. So much trash in there. Yeah, because with Humble Bundle, you have to buy, like... I am lost, also, Christoph. You have to buy whatever they set up, right? So if you are just interested in the one game for, like, $9 or whatever, you have to get the other 4 garbage pieces. Well, you know, sex sells. That's the first rule of advertising. Hey, I'm the baddest hustler in the neoliberal hood. Hell yeah. What's this about a lost jacket? Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. He looks at you, bleary-eyed. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila? You mean this jacket that I discovered on the boardwalk and had cleaned on a whim? The man examines the jacket for a moment, a look of consternation on his brow. Nah, this isn't it. Phone? That's medium concept stuff. Totally not my style. So you're saying there's another lost jacket out there somewhere? It's a big world out there, Tequila. A lot of lost jackets in it. Don't know why you'd think this could possibly be mine. Hey, Doom Spiral, ain't that the jacket you stole the other week? Not on your fucking life, Rosemary. What's wrong with you people? Like I'd be caught dead wearing foam, like some kind of low-concept bicycle courier. Okay, well, that was weird. Poggers, thank you. It does, yes, but what is art? Excellent question. I'd like to be art. I'm going to be artsy. Actual art degree. That's really funny. Ooh, Kim's got something to say to me.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
My style? What of it? Do go on. Regular cop, regular clothes, baby. The lieutenant regards you for a moment, unsure whether you're making a joke or not, and if so, whether he should acknowledge it. Right, detective. You are one regular cop. You know the expression, the clothes make the man. The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world. Okay, you're a sharp-dressing man. I could be style buddies with you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, detective. Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go. That's what you wanted to talk to me about? What? Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns. No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal. Kim, am I boring? You? He looks at you. I wouldn't worry about that. Love those brown pants, hey, Christoph? See, you're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it. Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance. Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copotype, or copotype, is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Yeah, no need. Let's keep that announcement on standby for now. Good, good. Of course, to outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further. Damn you, drama. It's a fucking dig. It's a dig on my person, I'll tell you what. Okay, lady. Better give me some hot
Waves
goss.
are beginning to die
She's
down.
not gonna fucking give me some hot goss, damn it. She left me out in the cold. Okay, this time. This one time. Is there anything in here? I've already been in here, but who's to say I can't be in here again? I'm allowed. Okay, yeah, there's really no reason for me to come in here. Seek and you shall find. True. haven't been here in a solid minute. Nope, there is nothing of interest. What's here? Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere. What happened here? In this yard, the lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of gray swallows take off in the distance. He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned? Someone thought they could have a summer house in a block obscure for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago. Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but he spreads his arms. Look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house. We should move. I don't think our suspect is in this particular yard. No place to hide, and besides, it's too close to Martinet. Okay, so is this... Damn it. What is this island here? I don't think I've been to this island. Maybe the lady will give me a ride to it? I need a ride. Get her to jettison me to the island. Please. Please.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay. It's the eel's heels. I feel like I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna lose this for sure. Oh, nope. She takes a sip. It's gonna happen. Okay, she takes a sip. Something is about to happen here. In here. Of course. They will come from my head, the arguments. As they do. The thoughts happen inside his brain, the lieutenant explains. It will help. It doesn't. Keep waving my hand slowly. My, she inspects the motion. It's as if there is a tiny spinner on the side of his head and he's reeling thoughts out. Except he isn't. The lieutenant is satisfied with where this is going. A thought is going to come out of my head and into my mouth, and I will say it. Of course. Lieutenant, I truly don't understand what is happening here. I told you his methods are unconventional. I swear to God, I'm usually sharp. I don't know what happened. Why am I not killing it? Your marbles on glass, dear. Don't worry. What were we talking about anyway? Come on. I need to get to the island. How do we get to the island? Maybe if I go back to Martinet. I'm getting desperate now. I need to go to the island. I haven't been there yet. Don't know how to get there. Be a fun little experiment. One hope that I'm gonna pin this all on. Just swim. Easy. Exactly. Thank you for your support, Kristoff. Is there someone else down here? No, there is no one here. Okay, so she's along the coast. Oh boy. You want to have a chat now that she's gone? I know she was an upsetting presence to you.
Officers, have you come to admire my mural?
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness. I made up the sending. Well, they seem to hold you in high esteem. They'll never be skulls, but she softens. But their hearts are in the right place. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? Fat chance, but you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. Okay then, how's that? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock, but in Martinet, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous, you bring the sirens. She's making a valiant effort to come off as a nihilist, but she's really just an angry little commie. No wonder she was talking about the streets flowing red. That's what happened during the revolution. So tell me, what's it like being a skull and a communist? She sighs. You got me, pig shit. I didn't make for a very good skull. I like animals too much. Simians and pigs. She shrugs, but I'm still gonna write some damn good graffito on this wall. Cool. Lady's rude. She a rude lady. Let's go get my dice from that lady, and then, I don't know. This is hard. Do I have the necessary components to talk to this girl again?
Detective. Are you here from
suggestion.
the books?
Seems like a shop Foxdie would own, to be honest. Why? What do you think this shop's got in it? Bunch of cool stuff, I bet. I'm gonna lift this barbell. Didn't injure myself fantastically. Uh-oh. Generic shit up front, furry stuff in the back. Absolutely. I think we can all agree. Managed to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to smash through that back door. Fuck you, stupid barbell. My morale. Ow. At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head. Damn it. Well, I really just embarrassed myself there, and that's fine. Just embarrassed myself there. I mean, do you lift? It's pretty rough. What does Kim want to talk to me about now?
It's dark.
Yes, Kim, thank you. Thank you, Kim. Has that lady finished my dice yet? You lift food? I mean, hell yeah. What else do you need to lift? I mean, truly. Came back to pick up my die. Very good. That would be 7 real for 1 custom die. 1 universal die for reroll untethered. The dice maker opens her desk drawer and hands you a die. Cool. Thank you. There's nothing in the ice bear fridge. What about the other thing? This machine. Turn the ice cream crank. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance you hear water dripping. God damn it. I get it. Damn it. Pry bar is not strong enough. Okay. Do I have like a really cool pry bar? I do not. I do not have a super pry bar. Okay. Change that bear to a moose, and that's a perfect Canadian fridge. Hey, we have bears up in Canada. I've seen more bears in my life than I have moose. Okay, so I need a better pry bar. Conspiracy theory Fox Die actually isn't in Canada. I mean, yeah, you know, like emotionally. Okay, let's go talk to some scabs.
Looking for something?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos. Don't think so, he grunts, barely glancing at it. It was on your colonel. Wordless, he takes the photo and looks at it. Gray eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair. After a while, he cranes his head side to side and says, "Fucking loincloths really did him in." Loincloths? Yeah. Can you tell me what the tattoo means? What it means, he points to one tiny star in the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach. In what must have been Semenine. I can tell you what this one means, only one. He squints at it. It's so small. You want to hear what happened? Yes. Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Banatel 41. Monsoon season. He's on reconnaissance. He's on a reconnaissance mission. Banatel is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale, covered in jungle. It was an anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory. He spent a month behind enemy lines scouting kipped villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers. He licks his lips, as if drunken. Suddenly, with some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off. Don't interrupt him. Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon, his voice gets strangely quiet. A long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper. At dawn, he comes upon 2 kipps breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think that they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old. Oh boy. She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason, the kind of guy who'd make chief there. He nods towards the man on the gates, shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God, he suddenly burst out laughing. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her. Oh boy. Boy, that's a fun sentence. Suddenly the laughter stops, drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass. You're not really a scab leader, are you? Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off, but he shrugs. You were there? No, I was in the domain, in Jamrock, being a bouncer. You can have that. Nah, you've earned it. He turns toward the gate, slowly, and yells, all right now, free commerce, keep the goods flowing. Free the flow of commerce, the man yells and wipes his face. Sweat is dripping down his brow. Exactly, Kristoff. Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance? Fucking bug. He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open. I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready. How about you fuck off now, huh? Okay, of course, the lieutenant says, his voice a soothing calm. He looks at you. Listen. Peace out. Thanks for all your help.
Hola, Wandering Man.
Let's go see if this meathead will let us in.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I did best him in craniometrics, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can do some drugs. Can always do some drugs. That always helps. I need that white tank top. Because that's what I'm testing, right? Physical instrument? Yeah.
The unpromising race pupil.
Let's raise my physical instrument. Half light. Oh, +1. But -2 authority. Physical. Pain threshold. I mean, that's going to be good for when I inevitably fail. Damn it. Nope. Nothing. Well, I guess better just put my nice shirt on again. Damn it. Just shoot up in front of him. Assert dominance. Easy. Really got the pro strats, Kristoff. Let's go talk to Everett then, I guess. Don't know that he's gonna have anything to say. Been around the kitchen once or twice. Easy. Do you have any planned meal for today? I'm so hungry right now. Let's just talk about food for the next 5 hours. Do I have anything that affects rhetoric? Nice if I did. Rhetoric is not shown here. Okay, cool. -1 rhetoric. Get that off. I want to open this damn container. It taunts me. +1 to rhetoric. Hell yeah. Is there anyone that's like minus to rhetoric? I feel like that's something I wouldn't normally look at. Nope. And just to clarify, rhetoric is not a thing. Okay, it's intellect. Okay, so I just need to do some blue drugs. I got hot dogs to rely on. Listen, a hot dog with like ketchup and mustard, I will never say no to that. It's so tasty. Kinda want one right now, to be honest. Cheap and good. What can you ask for? So I just need to do some drugs. Blue drugs. Nope. 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 Oh, I need to use this, but then I need to do... need to go and get more cigarettes. Damn it. Okay, my health is almost gone. You know what? Let's save. Let's just save. Whatever's about to happen is about to happen. It's good. Do I mix the ketchup and mustard, like, before putting it on the hot dog? No, I just do, like, the 2 separate strands, you know? I'm not fancy. Do you mix it beforehand, Christoph? Yes, 72%. That's good chances. Yes! Yes! You gonna try it this time? I'm gonna need a follow-up from you, and whether or not it's worth it. Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you. Hello, is anybody there? The door stands silent. Satisfied, detective? A wry smile crosses the lieutenant's face. Try again. If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk with you. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door. Mega rich, light-bending guy. What? From deep within the container, a voice. Ahoy, come on in. The smile disappears. You can't be serious. I knew it! Knew it! You're not crazy. What the hell? Yo. What the actual fuck? Oh. What is this? What's happening? The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention like soldiers preparing for review. Squint. Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted. Echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter, "Hello." Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today. You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him. Now, he clasps his hands together. What can I do for you, gentlemen? What you can see of his body appears composed, in a sharp sommer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you? Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. There's genuine surprise in his voice. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodor, investor, license holder, an extremely high net worth individual. And you are? Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of RCM, and this is my partner, Harrier Dubois. Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois, he says warmly. I must admit, the name suits you well. How did you become so rich? I'd like to know. I mean, don't we all? The man chuckles. To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. Well, it checks. It's a real story. Oh, Pumpkin's little toy got stuck under my chair. Ugh. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy. End blow. Fox, that relates well to high net worth. Absolutely. Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But alright. What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual? The man exhales with a whistle. I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. Gotta work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you reach my position, it's nearly impossible for me to not make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really. You're right. Capital accumulation is its own reward. Precisely, Mr. Dubois. You know, I hear people talk sometimes about economic equality and fairness, but tell me, where would we be without liberalism? In caves, whacking each other with bones. That would suck. Isn't this just Fox? Listen, I don't know. A nightmare scenario, a world of slavery and violence, which brings us back to the essential truth of modernism, where we are right now. The freedom of mankind can only be derived from the free flow of capital. Man, being a high net worth individual sounds great. It is, truly. It's almost entirely carefree, he nods. It really leaves you time to better yourself spiritually. Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about. There's something strange about you. What do you mean? His essence seems to signify actual surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different. Are you talking about my chin? No, I mean I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light. Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Weissman coefficient. How's that? The Weiss-Weissman coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been observed that when Weiss-Weissman coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual. I mean, I can't relate. I've never seen this happen. So what is our coefficient? The Weiss-Weissman coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998 repeating. That's not good for you. Okay, so you're telling me that you're so rich that light literally bends around your face. Among other things, but calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire. Really? No, not really. There are actually quite many digits. Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff? Oh, easily, Kristoff. Easily. Just super, super rich, super comfortable. I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinet in a cargo container, which I admit is odd. Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you, my container. What are you doing in this container? Traveling! This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly? We're in Martinez, a district of Revachol, the former capital of the world. Ah, Revachol. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stel Marie. I wonder if it's still there? It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money. So you travel from place to place via shipping container? Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to. Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, pale-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while, a bit bourgeois. Yeah, that does sound pretty tiresome. Don't get me wrong. Same, feels bad, man. Only you and I, Christoph. You and I. Same page. They're nice things, but once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods. You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money? I don't see how it's appropriate for a representative of the law to ask a wealthy person for money. This shines a bad light on the RCM, if you catch my meaning. Come now, there is not even a cent of corruption here. I'm merely being polite, so let me check my pockets. As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. 3 real? That's pretty good. Ooh, I can present a sound investment plan to this fellow. Okay. I want to try to pitch to him. Let's dress in our best conceptualizing clothing. Right? That was what I was trying to do with him? Conceptualize. Okay. I need to just conceptualize godly Ali. Pyramid scheme. Hell yeah. The thing with pyramid schemes, they always start on the bottom, but like I'm gonna start on the top. Trying to get this guy to conceptualize with me. Yes. +1 to conceptualization. +1 to conceptualization. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Put this dramatic bow on. My morale. Why is my morale critical? What the fuck? Why? 42%. Okay, you guys. I think I'm gonna save this. I really want this guy to give me his money. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna make him. Come on, please. Godly failure. Okay. Okay, so I've got this idea for a board game. Go on. Brace yourself. It is very high concept. It's a pen and paper game. Okay. I don't think so. God damn it. Bankruptcy sequence. Okay, I'm gonna load this again. Load. 46% chance is, you know, there are worse shots to take. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? Uh-oh, I'm dead. Oh no, I'm gonna die. It's okay, it's okay. What the fuck? By being on top, hell yeah. Yes! Godly success. Deploying high concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage in 3, 2, 1. It's time to disrupt the future. You've got to stay lean, innovative, and focus on what matters most. The children. You should invest in a youth center. A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center? Come on, tell him what he wants to hear. One dedicated to instilling liberal economic values in children from low net worth families. Brilliant. Without children, who will be there to buy stuff in the future? Yes, and if it doesn't work out, we can always repurpose the center as a shopping mall or private equity firm. Very nice. When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this? Highly educated, work-ready human capital ready to be directed towards any number of your vast interests. You're deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work. Very impressive. You got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities. Thank you. I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Hell yeah. 100 real. Here's a round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things off the ground. Cha-ching! What'll it be? Speed? Vodka? Cigarettes? Thank you for placing your unwavering trust in me. Remember, it's not a handout, it's an investment, and I expect to see returns. The lieutenant stands there dumbfounded. His mouth opens slightly, then closes again. Is he having a stroke? Kim, are you alright? Yes, I'm alright. He pauses to compose himself now. Can we get going now? Yes, we may. Pulled one over on that guy. Diet water with a lettuce leaf. Oh man. Wish I was eating food. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Everett. And then perhaps that's where we will call it for a day. I don't know. I don't know how we're all feeling. Probably that's wise. It's not a fishing rod, is it? I don't know what it is.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you're already sat on that chair.
I've just finished investigating the local drug trade. Ah, yes, your side investigation. Thank you. Eating these hot dogs with that mustard and such. Great stuff, although it's probably because mustard is good. Mustard is good. Now, Christoph, tell me, are you an OG, like, yellow mustard fan? Or do you like it some other way? Like, do you go honey mustard or Dijon? Tell me what your preference is. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business. Actually, Revachol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. I'm gonna lie to him. I don't like Everett. I mailed the signatures you asked me to get. Lie. No, you didn't. He waves you off with a chuckle. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet. Just like I know you'll get it done once you stop horsing around. He nods reassuringly. Let me know when it's done. Okay. Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega rich light bending guy inside. Mega rich light bending guy. Oh my god, how did that get there? So rich, he could get in anywhere. Damn it to hell, Harry. He slams his fist on the table. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys. Nothing can stop an innovative mind. Honestly, Harry, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega rich. He shakes his head. I have reputation to protect. Yes, for God's sakes, you're a socialist. You're right, Harry. I am a socialist. His face turns serious. I'm going to catch the mega rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbor's fog lights. He bursts out laughing. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry. Well, this all went very well for me. No idea about Dijon. I've heard it was amazing. So Dijon is kind of like a less, it's kind of like more peppery. I prefer it to yellow mustard. Although on a hot dog with ketchup, I prefer yellow mustard. But in almost all other cases, I prefer Dijon. It's like a little more spicy, and it's like, I think, derived or processed less from the mustard seed. So it's like kind of more mustardy tasting. It's kind of like a little spicy, like, yeah, it's like nice. Actually, you know wasabi? A lot of wasabi that you eat is actually just oh no, that's horseradish. It's kind of similar to horseradish though in its spice. It's nice. I like it a lot. Although I do prefer the smooth stuff, like not the I don't really like the grainy mustard, just texturally. I don't know why. It's just not my jam. Okay, none of those do anything. That's fair. I mean, the thing is, with some sauces, like, I feel like sometimes you can have bad experiences with them.
The unpromising race pupil return.
And then it kind of, like, informs your opinion. But, like, it all just matters, like, what you pair it with. Mustard can be pretty good. But I definitely prefer Dijon over regular mustard. Heck yeah.
Right to work!
Okay, I'm gonna go to the apartment. That racist guy. He's a bad dude. And this has been a very busy day. I thought I was totally gonna solve the crime today, but I did not. Actually, no, the way to get in there is this way. Ooh, can I conceptualize this? What kind of drugs do I have to do to conceptualize stuff? Well, nothing there matters. No, nothing matters anywhere, I guess. This. I will do this drug. This game has some pretty bad takeaways. Drugs just, they make you better. I'm gonna do some speed. Do the speed. Do the speed. Do it. Oh my god. Can I not do it? Well, okay, fine. You be your stupid self who won't do speed. God damn it. You peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow. LSD, I heard, helps conceptualization. Speed, you know? If you don't have it... Oh, my health. My damn health. Oh, no. Oh, I'm gonna die. I wasn't paying attention. So I'm guessing this is bad. Very, very bad. This is the end bad. I'm gonna try to remain conscious. All you feel is pain. Oh, God, I'm dead. God damn it. Okay. Okay, just gonna load this back. Damn, is this the... Oh, damn it. What a drudge. What a drudge. Wait, does this mean I didn't win? That's stupid. Arrgh. Probably does mean that. Stop being so glitchy. Let's go talk to the ultra wealthy man. This is terrible. It's true. I was too eager to celebrate my victory. Go back to me winning. I was doing a great job winning. God damn it. Hell, yes. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. Thank you. Boy, I'm great. Kim, are you alright? Let's go. Okay. Nailed it. I think... Okay. This is... Okay, I will save here. And then, I think I'll save this for tomorrow. I think I need to think on what my next moves are, because I'm dumb and I kind of don't fully know what to do next.